I know. There's no Will Osprey. That's because he's completed. Yeah, I finished him Wednesday night, last night. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. He is framed. He's not hung yet. But he is framed. He's propped up on my stairs. I have a story about that, but he is propped up on my stairs for now. I'll insert a completed image, but yeah, I'm working on my 25 by 25. I call her the Kiss Fairy because she has the Kiss makeup. It's my Halloweeny kit, but I'm itching to get it finished because when I finish this diamond painting, I can kit up my next project that I'm going to have here as, correct me if I'm wrong, but Lizette calls them passion projects. You know, where you work on it a bit at a time because you're working on other things. You come and do some, and then that's going to be that. I'll get into that in a minute as to what that is. I'm also going to be kitting up my Up to Snow Good, my coasters and my gnome, and I've worked out another project I can do as well. So I need to hunt that down and find the drills and everything else. So there's 3 projects that I plan to do in November and December. Okay, so yeah, this is just an AliExpress kit. It's confetti. It's confetti. It's driving me bonkers. It is double-sided. I've been spoilt. You know, I've been spoilt. So we're going back to basics with this. But I'm just going to dime paint. It is a whip and chat, so feel free to grab your projects. Come join me for an hour or so, and I'll fill you in on everything that's happened this week. Members, you may know already some of it. You may know some of it already, but yeah, I'm just gonna sit and chat for an hour or so while we complete this kit, or get somewhere very near finished at the very least. But this is going to get done. This is going to get done so I can get out my other projects. Yes. So, where did I put that? I've got untold trays on the go. Yeah, I always have untold. Sorry, I have my art dot trays scattered. As I whittle down the colours, I'll be getting rid of them. So yeah, it's just difficult because I always miss some. So hi. Okay, so sorry. Oh my gosh, where to begin? I've just remembered that Reese is going on a school trip tomorrow. I need to check if it's I don't think it is school uniform. I think I remember telling him, you know, jogging bottoms, trainers, jumper and coat, because it's quite nippy and where they're going is quite open. He knows that because we used to live there. So yeah. Okay, so I have finished Will Osprey. I have finished that. I'm not sure how long it took. I started it on the 11th of September and finished it yesterday. So it took a a fair while. I mean, I did work on other things in between, but yeah, here's my craft room project. But he is completed. Okay, I always go for the symbols that there's a ton of, and then when I go to dime paint them, there's actually not that many of them. It's not always the way. It seems to be always the way. Okay, I'm going to put my egg timer to one side. Grab my toxic. They're not all in trays. Some are in containers. Okay. Oh my gosh, sorry. I've gone blank now. Right. So Monday I went live. Thank you guys. You're amazing as always. I have a lot of fun on my Monday night lives. Yeah, just a fanatic hangout is what I call it. Where we just hang out and chill and dime paint, and well, you guys dime paint. I don't have the room, so my scenery changed because, like today, I've been waiting until the rain stops to do this whip and chat because it's been non-stop raining today. So I've had to wait till it stops for a bit to sit and chat with you guys. When I go live, it's really distracting, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, and everyone's like, can't hear it, and then suddenly I'm shouting over it, and you can't even hear the rain. But yeah, on my phone you can. When I record like this, you can. When I record on my computer, you can't hear it. So I have moved upstairs because the Wi-Fi box is up there and I'm plugged directly into it, so I think it was much better. I didn't get booted, I didn't freeze. Yeah, it was getting annoying. But I think it works much better up there. And I had a lot of fun, so I hope you did too. So that was Monday night. Then Tuesday came. Now then, I had to take Henry. He was booked in at 9 AM at the doggy hairdressers. Now I've struggled to get him in since I moved. I had a regular place where I took him before I moved, but I moved out of area, so it is way too far to go now. I mean, it's not really, it's, I don't know, about a 40-minute drive ish on a good day, but I just know, and I need to get routes here, you know. So I was hunting for a doggy hairdressers, and I found one. So I paid for it up front, and then when I got there, they said, oh, we've had to charge you a bit extra, and I'm like, okay. And I paid that. Then I came away and I was like, I'm pretty sure they've charged me double. So I've paid twice. So I got in contact with them and said, well, you can just put it towards the next one, the next appointment. And they were like, no, we're not doing that. I'm like, yes you are, because, well, refund one then. No, we're not doing that either. Pretty much scammed, right? Pretty much scammed. At a doggy hairdresser's, I might add. So, yay for you, you got 2 payments. And then I didn't bother taking him back because they were going to charge me probably double again. No. You know, shame on me the first time, but no. So then they sent me a message saying, you owe us some money because you failed to turn up for your appointment. And I went, you owe me from the first time I took him. I got myself blocked. So, can't go there again. Then I found other people and they're fully booked, and Henry was so desperate. He needed it. He needed it badly. And I just couldn't get him in anywhere. And then purely by chance, because I went to Google and I googled dog groomers, you know, the area that I live in, and it turned out that my local pet shop, they have a groom room. Now, I took Henry at 9 o'clock. I was a little bit late because I forgot he's old and can't walk as fast as he used to. That distance. Yeah. So, we was a little bit late. She called me and I said, I'm 2 seconds away. She went, oh, great. Okay, no worries. She was awesome. We stood there, we chatted. She was very nice. She got to meet Henry. What a lovely dog, you know. And I said, he's deaf as a doorpost. And she said, I still talk to them. I said, oh, so do I. So do I. So, yeah, I dropped him off. Then I had about an hour and a half to kill while he was in the dog groomers. Well, the dog groomers is in a pet store. So, me and my members, we went looking around the pet store. Yeah. Now, I know it's October. I had my coat on. I was. It wasn't cold. It wasn't too cold. I was walking around the pet shop and the bunnies were super cute, and yeah, this ended kind of the way you would expect. I even came out and took a minute, spoke to my members, went back in and came out with a cage and food and some toys and a hamster. Whoopsies. I did it. I did it. I had to get a taxi because the cage is massive. I had to get a taxi home. The taxi guy was really nice. I don't speak to many people outside of my Dime Painting circle. I don't really talk to many people, and he was chatting away. Obviously, he said, I know you got, because I told him, I phoned for a taxi and I said, I have a dog, a small dog. You know, I had to clarify that, a small dog. So he pulled up and I was like, oh, hey. And then he was like, I was chatting to him because I knew he was for me. I knew. And I was like, oh, hey. I've just got to grab some bits from inside as well. And he was like, are you Cindy? And I'm like, yes. And he went, okay, I'm just checking I'm talking to the right person. Well, obviously. But, sure. Okay. Okay. I knew you were for me. because it told me. And I ordered a taxi, and I'm the only one here waiting for one. So, yeah, he said, can you put your dog, can you put him on the passenger footwell and sit in the passenger, because I normally get in the back in a taxi. You know, I've done enough true crime to know how that goes, but sure, I'll sit in the passenger side. My dog was on the floor, the cage was in the boot, and my hamster was on my lap in a little box. Comes in a little box. So I got home. He very kindly got the cage out for me, but he dumped it by my front door because I was like trying to open. I had a hamster, my dog on a lead, obviously, my dog, and opening my front door, and he said, I'll just put it here. I was like, yeah, cool, fine. Thank you very much. And off he went. So I put my hamster on the stairs, Henry in the front room. He just went in. He still had his lead on. Grabbed the cage and brought it in here. And Felix is now awake. Felix is so cute. He is so cute. He's been a little bit... I was a bit worried at first because he was very, very... He slept a lot. He didn't really move very much. But today, well, more... today, his little personality is starting to come through. He's rummaging in his food bowl right now. He obviously has a favourite in there. Doesn't care for much for the other stuff. He just is hunting for his favourite stuff. See what I mean? Personality is coming through. But yeah, he's super, super cute. Now then, I like to think that you guys, along this YouTube journey, have got to know me and my kids quite well. Yeah, I came home with a hamster. I knew Carl would not be too impressed with me. I knew that. But I'm 45, as I told him, okay? I am 45 years old. If I want a hamster, I will have a hamster. And he was like, what a waste of money. And I went, it was 12 quid. I mean, I didn't tell him the cost of the cage and the food and the sawdust and the bedding and the wheel and food. I didn't add all that up for him. I just said Felix was £12, which he was. I'm not lying. It's my money anyway. It's my money. He didn't pay for any of it. He did not part with a single penny. And he's like, oh, you have to clean out the cage and everything. And I said, yes, I do. I have to clean it. Just like I did when you had a hamster, I cleaned it out. If I want a hamster, I'll have a hamster. Thank you. Oh, he likes the green ones. That's good to know. Yeah, you don't like that little ball thing, do you? Going down your little ladder. Aww. Okay, you're taking it into bed. Okay, good night. He's taking his food to bed. Just like its owner does. Okay. So, yeah, I got home. I set up the cage. I only had bare minimum in the cage. But I set up the cage and then the doorbell went. Okay, So I opened the door and he was like, "Are you Cindy?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Here you go." And it was my Will Osprey frame. I was like, "Perfect timing, thanks." And he just looked at me like, "Okay." Yeah. So, yeah, I still hadn't quite finished him, but I was on like the bottom part of it. So I knew it would be imminent with the finish. So yeah, I finished that. I also had my Crafted Makes delivery, which was Reese's pen, but I also got one for myself. Ooh, do you want to see it? Do you want a sneak peek of it? Dun, dun, dun. Here it is. I mean, look at that. It's purple and it has pine cones. It's actually got pine cones in there, which I thought was very, very seasonal. Yeah, I'm going to use this with my next dime painting when I've finished this one. It's so cute, look. That is mine, and this is Reese's. He got a Spider-Man pen because he's got Miles Morales, and this actually glows in the dark, so yeah. Now, my kids, they came home from, well, Reese came home from school and everything was fine. He was chatting to me, filling me in about Mrs. Maths, I'll just call her that, or Mrs. Non-Maths. Now, Reese came home and he said to me, "What's the middle number between 15 and 20? And I went, "Reese," again, like, not awake enough to deal with this, 17. And he was like, 17.5. Okay, cool. Well done. Then he said, "What is the middle number between 20 and 25? And I said 23. And he said, "No, it's 40 something." And I went, How can it be 40 when you just gave me 20s? And he said, "Mrs. Maths said it was 40. And then he was trying to explain it. I don't really understand. I understand it to be a whiteboard. You know, the old, you take your cap off and write on the whiteboard? Yeah, they don't do that at school anymore, apparently. It's some kind of pen. So rather than writing on the board like this, she was trying to write on it like this, and she's like, "Why is it not working?" Because you have to turn your pen around. I'm like, oh my god, this boy is going to be heading towards his GCSEs and she can't even write on a board. And they're in the 20s, but it's 40 something. And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so he came home and I waited till Carl was home before I even said anything. I brought Reese in here, in my craft room, because this is where Felix is. And I said, "Oh, come and have a look at your present." And he walked straight past the cage, didn't even see it. Okay. The way he says it is like, I'm only focused on that, but I wasn't focused on anything else. I was like, "But you walked past it. Like, would you not double take?" Like, but okay, cool. So I gave him his gift and he was happy with it. Like, "Yay, thanks, Mum." He tried to cuddle me and stuff, but yeah. And then I called Carl into the craft room just to see if he would notice. And I'm chatting away to him, and I turn around and he is staring at the cage. And I went, oh, you've seen it? Which brought Reese back into the room. And he was like, oh, yeah. Needless to say, Carl's not happy. I'll correct that. He was not happy. He was like, oh, like, why? And I'm like, is it blocking your PlayStation? And he just laughed. Is it blocking the TV? Did I move the TV to make room for Felix? And no, I did not. And he's like, oh, you're going to have to clean it out. And I'm like, I have to. Yes. It's not a problem for you at all. However, last night, I was sat in here working on this, and Carl came in and he said, oh, I've got to tell you some stories from work. And I was like, okay, cool. So he brought the other chair over and he sat just at the side of me, and he was telling me all about work. And then he was like watching Felix run around the cage. And I can't remember what he was doing, but he was roaming around exploring his cage. And I kind of looked at Carl and he was smiling. And I went, oh, have we warmed to Felix now? And he was like, he is quite cute. So he's warmed to him now. Reese did straight away. He was like, oh, yay. But yeah. So they're fine with it now. If they weren't, cool. I love him. He is super cute. He's starting to, get a personality. I have to leave him alone for 3 to 7 days. But he's already starting to feel a bit better. I think it took him a little while to kind of go, whoa. Then I went on Amazon and I bought him a little seesaw thing, a little tunnel, a snail, and like a little, it's called a carrot top. It's like a little house. And he's already making it his own. I saw him nesting in there earlier, so I love him. He's super cute. And he's starting to get used to his surroundings and me talking to him a lot. So it's ideal because I sit here late at night dime painting, and hamsters are nocturnal, so I can sit and chat with him. He can amuse me while I dime paint. Yeah, I absolutely love him. And he's super awesome. So I'm happy. So now we have Felix. And yeah, Henry, oh my gosh, the difference in that dog. He's got, he is he was very long haired. I did my best when he was like kind of half dozing. I tried to cut, because he was so long, the fur was getting mad, and I did my best to cut chunks where I could, but it needed someone to do it because he doesn't like me touching him. So I can stroke him, I can play with him all day long, but if I go to cut nails, put stuff in his ears, anything that I need to do, he does not like it and he growls. So yeah, I had to get someone else to come in and kind of do that, and they done a good job. He's booked in, oh my gosh, he's booked in for the 10th of December, and I said, oh, could you make it late afternoon, 4 p.m. Yeah, he's booked in for the 10th of December. And when Carl was sat here telling me about his, people at work and what's going on at work, he said, oh, I've booked a couple of days off in December. And I said, oh, what days? I can't remember what it is. It's a Thursday and Friday again for a long weekend in December. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm taking Henry back on the 10th. But it wasn't the 10th. So I'm going back to the pet shop on my own. And he said, don't you dare come home with a rabbit. Because I was tempted with the rabbit. I was tempted. It was so cute. And I was like, oh, but they take up a lot of room. Little Felix has a massive cage, but he doesn't take up much room. So that's good. Don't you dare come home with a rabbit. I was like, maybe I'll come home with a fish bowl and some fish. He didn't say no fish, did he? But no, I'm good now. I have Felix and Henry. Yep. Oh my gosh, I hope it's not like icy bitter cold in December. Well, I should really get my car fixed. But then it's going to be cold and then it's going to be sat and I'm like, it's the same going to happen. Decisions. But yeah, I have a hamster. And his name is Felix. Because I thought that was very fitting. Yeah. Reese likes him. He's like, oh look, he's doing this and he's doing that. And I'm like, yep. He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. What else? So Henry had his haircut. Yay. The difference. And he feels so much better, I think. He's more playful and yeah. It does get you down, doesn't it? It does get you down. But yeah, he's happy. Basically, he's happy. Yeah. He did kind of spot Felix climbing the cage because he does like to climb. And he started growling at him. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. So yeah. I'll have to close this door on a night for sure because, well, Henry's normally asleep in bed anyway, but yeah, safety first. Being mortified. But yeah, just close this door on a night. So that was Tuesday. What did we do Wednesday? I don't think we did very much. It was a nice walk though. It was a nice walk to drop Henry off. I walked through this estate, a little to be desired, if you know what I mean. But then I end up in this really nice area. Then I ended up on a cul-de-sac, a bit like where I used to live, except nicer. I lived on a cul-de-sac, but we had drug alley one side where they did all the, you know, drug dealing, and then down the other alley, there was murders at the end of that alley. So were the two connected? Who knows? But this was like a pedestrian path on half of the path and a bike lane. So I walked through there. That's when she called me, and I'm like, I'm literally 2 minutes away. And then I turned up and I was there, and I was like, oh, okay, we're here. So I just followed my map because I didn't know where I was going. You're still nesting. How much stuff do you need in there? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wednesday I didn't do very much. We had sticky noodles for dinner. We do like our sticky noodles in here. And I finished Will Osprey, my diamond painting, and yeah, now I'm trying to finish this one, but I'm talking too much. It's just so confetti and I keep missing them. It's like I can't get rid of anything until I know I've got them all. Do you know what I mean? So I just keep getting more and more trays out because that's what I do. But I will be kitting up. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Kitting up my next project. Let me just grab a swig of tea before this goes cold. Okay, so I'm not sure if I've talked about this or just with my members, but from January, well, January is wrap up a WIP, so I'm going to finish Sexy Ab Dude, Archangel of Peace. I'm going to finish that. I have another WIP as well. Osprey was one, this was one. I've got Sexy Ab Dude, the Blue Lady. I think that's it. I want to say that's it, but is it? I think so. There might be another one, I don't know. I might find one. But I'm going to do those in January. And from January, I'm going to randomise the stash that I have and work on those kits. Just having a drink of water. So I'm going to randomise my stash, and the way that I've done that is I have a blue box and I wrote them all out on a piece of paper, and I'm, for example, Kiss Fairy from AliExpress, because that's where I got these from. God, these are 4 years old, guys. Like, it's about time I got them done. I've still got 6 upstairs, I think. Yeah, still got 6 of them. But I'm gonna shake the box and either get Carl or Reese to pick one. And I said, well, let's test it. Let's see. Because my biggest fear is that it would come out with Love One Another, which is massive. The Kiss, massive. I think they're both square. After I just done 80 by 100 of dun 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 Osprey. So I was a bit worried. So I said, well, let's just test it. Let's just see what would happen. And I called Reese in. Hi. They say keep talking to him, so I do. I I called Reese in and I said, here you go, pick one. Just pick one. It's purely a test, right? Just to see what would happen. What would be my project if I chose to do this. And he pulled out... He pulled out Passion and Power. Now, I remember unboxing that. I can't even remember how far back. I'm going a year, maybe even more. I remember unboxing it and I fell in love with it. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. I'm going to keep this out. And I'm actually going to kit it up. And it'll be one that I work on in between my Up to No Good stuff. So, yeah. We've started already. We've started on the stash already. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. I'm pretty sure it's got the lady and the lion. I'm pretty sure it's a Selena Fenwick. I couldn't remember because I just put Passion and Power Diamond Art Club. That's what I put on it. And I'm like, pretty sure that's it. And then I was trying to find it on Diamond Art Club, but I couldn't find it. This all happened on my Monday Night Live. So I think a few of you did find it. But when I typed it into Google, it came up with Selena Fenwick, which I kind of knew it was. I thought it was one of hers. She's one of my favourite artists, so. But it was that one. She's holding a sword and there's a lion in front of her and it's got all flowers on it and yay. So I'll be kitting that up. I will be kitting that up at some point. Okay, Cindy, we need to dime paint while we talk, right? Because it is a WIP and chat. You're supposed to be dime painting as well. But yeah. Oh, I got super excited. I remember getting that and being really, really excited for it. I have another one that's similar. Fire Opal, I think it is. Don't ask me who the artist is because I can't remember. But that's like kind of on the red theme as well. But yeah, I'll be kitting up Passion and Power. I'm super excited for that because, oh my god. And obviously it's I love it, right? Because I bought it. I do have some Diamond Art Clubs in there that I'm a bit like, over, you know, but they're in my stash. Just to give you a general theme of how big my stash is and why I've decided this year, well, next year, but 2025 is going to be more aimed at clearing my stash or working on. I'm not on a no buy. I'm still going to be buying canvases, but more specific ones that, you know, that I can't do without, them kind of things, which are most of them. But this is how big my stash is in my cupboard, and it's not even all of it. And that's why I've decided to do this randomising, knuckling down and getting through the stash. Is kind of why I've decided that, because it's getting out of control. And yeah, you know when you start thinking it, like, oh my god, I'm never going to get through all of these. So it's not a detox, it's not a no buy. I will still be buying canvases. Just, I don't know, I'll be working through my stash more than I'm buying, kinda. even though I just went a bit crazy, I bought 3 from Craft Buddy the other day. Oh, I can do those for Up to No Good. Yeah, that's a good point, because 2 of those will work for Up to No Good. So that's why I bought them. No, it isn't. Just, it's convenient. It works. So I have my Christmas coasters. My gnome with the tree and the gift. A Gift for You by Fanara. I'll be working on those. I will probably do Winter Lord by Charisma Art, because that's winter themed. And then I've got the 2 from Craft Buddy. So that's November and December sorted, along with Passion and Power in between. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's good, and that probably won't even get all that finished, but you know. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I know, it's crazy. In this hobby, they don't warn you about how addictive it is. Like just sitting here diamond painting, it's addictive. I could probably go a day, a whole 24 hours. I could busy myself enough, you know, do all the housework, and work on the store, or just be busy for 24 hours. Anything after that, I start thinking, I haven't placed any drills down for, 24 hours, and I start getting antsy. That's my limit. I have to diamond paint at some point, even if I'm just sat with the kids on the computer, they're playing their game, and I've got a diamond painting like this or bigger, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I have to diamond paint. I can just sit with them while they play the games and whatnot. Right, now we need left and right arrows. I've attached this. You see how they attach? Look. And I've got the arrow facing either way, so I can stay on point. Ta-da. So yeah, this actually takes a bit more concentration, so it's probably not the best one that I could do. Down arrow. I've got 2 down arrows. This is what I mean. It's so confusing. This. I've got a down arrow with a hollow bit, and then the coloured in bit, and then one that's just solid down. But when you see down, you're like, oh, which one? Like that. So it gets a little bit irritating, for sure. And then the left and right, it's just, like, of all the symbols, you couldn't have picked different ones. Oh my gosh. Yes, so Reese is on a school trip tomorrow. Another school trip. This is for like coursework though. It's not a go ape kind of day. It's a coursework kind of day. That gets him out of all of the lessons, right? Yeah, he's got that. Then the kids are home all weekend, so I have to find a diamond painting to do at the table. Then I go live on Monday. Then they're at school. Oops, I put that in the wrong one. They're at school and work all week. Then it's half term. And I'm away the following Monday. So I've got 2 weeks, is what I'm trying to say, in a very long-winded way. But yeah, I am really, really looking forward to just getting away and spending time with Reese, because he's getting bigger and more teenager as time goes on. Yeah, he's growing up, and it's not going to be long before he's like, no Mum, I'm not coming with you. It's just going to be nice. We're just going to chill and hang out and go off and do things, and I really need this breakaway. I've had, I want to say, a crappy year, because things have happened that I haven't talked about. Yeah, business wise, it's just been a lot. I don't mean running the business, that brings me joy. Just business decisions I made that bit me in the arse big time. It's not been fun. It's not been fun. Oh, I don't, because I'm getting upset over it. But yeah, it's all good. I have bounced back. Friendships have gone south. Yeah, it's just been a rough couple of months, and I'm looking forward to getting away and stepping out of myself. You know, a change of scenery does you good. It puts perspective on things. And it's all good. Life is good, don't get me wrong. I'm getting a bit moany right now, but life is good. I've learnt valuable lessons, if nothing else, right? Valuable lessons, and that's what it's all about. But yeah, all is good. All is good. We live and we learn and we grow and we become more resilient, and makes us a better human. Kind of. Okay, where are we going next? What symbol are we doing? I'm pretty sure we've got a couple of these. See what I mean? I can't throw these away just yet. Yeah, so other than that, I haven't really been up to very much. Felix has gone back to bed. He's locked himself in there. He's like piled up all of the bedding and the sawdust and everything to block his door. He's like, that human, just go away. I saw another arrow somewhere. This way. There you go. See, I know, oh, there's two. I'm going to miss them, so... Can't really get rid of anything just yet. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I think we're not a lot, but I think we're nearer to finishing than we were. I think this one can go because I've not seen any of those. There's only a handful. And in its place I will do... See, I've got 2 stars as well, just to make life fun. What else is going on? Up to Snow Good, a Christmas and winter themed dome painting event. I'm very excited for that. Sorry, concentrating because there's 2 different stars. Yeah, Christmas and winter themed event that we have going on November and December. Yeah, I'm super excited because I get to work on my coasters. I've been itching to do those. My little Christmas mug ones, they're so cute. And my canvases. Yeah, it's open to any Christmas and winter themed canvases that you have, and we're here for 2 months. So yeah. I will do an event info video where I'm kitting up something, but give you all the finer details to that. Oh my gosh. I know, you see, I see loads of these, then when I get them to work on them, I can't ever find them. There we go. We found them. Wow, I guess I should love and leave you. I am going to finish this dime painting. But you don't need to see me struggle through it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got 4, look. First time. Doo-doo. A 2. Another 4. Yeah, this is an AliExpress kit I got years and years ago. If I remember correctly, it was one of the first videos I did where I unboxed all of these. And I bought one of each fairy that they had. And the owner on AliExpress messaged me and went, "Are you do you distribute dime paintings I went, no. And they went, oh, it's just you've ordered a lot. And I'm like, I've ordered one of each. Like, I'm not selling them. I will work on them. I didn't realise it would take me 4 years, but, well, it's going to take even longer than that, because, yeah, it'd be interested to see how long it does take to finish the whole set. I'll probably still be working on them in a couple of years from now. Yeah, I think we're good. You know, I'm doing all this very, very carefully. And I'm looking, and I'm looking. How much you want to bet I missed some? Yeah, see? Look, one jumped out at me. I guess my tray might have been over it, but where'd it go? Somewhere around here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. How long have we been? Oh, we have had over an hour. But looking at, we're getting there. We are getting there. Oh my gosh. My wrestling pay-per-view, and I'm not going to go too heavily into it, but oh my gosh, disappointed. Doesn't even cover it. Like, say what? Oh, I tell you one thing. I sat and watched, I think it was last night while I was on the, I was finishing the Will Ospreay dime painting. I watched, now, I think this is still very divisive, if that's a word. People are still split, right? Now, I watched the documentary kind of thing on Netflix about the Menendez brothers, and it was them telling their story, I guess. Now, at the end of that, I felt incredibly sad and also triggering, because I've been where they claim to have been. I've been there. Now, I'm not saying, let's just say, how can I put this? If what they claim happened, which I think in this documentary it was backed up by family members, that the dad was very abusive in every sense of the word. It was kind of backed up by the family and friends of the boys, and I felt incredibly sad. I felt incredibly just sad, because if that did happen, because I was under the impression, I thought they were twins, but they're not. There's a few years difference between the boys, so if they did have that upbringing, it's incredibly sad. But like one of the people, the lawyers or the person talking, like they said, not every abuse victim becomes a killer. And there's truth in that, and I find that in my true crime. It's like, oh, the dad was really abusive, and yeah, so was mine. But I'm not a serial killer or anything. So I do find that, I mean, it's very, very, very sad. If what they claim really did happen, which I kind of want to believe it did, but then I watched the series version of the Menendez, and this is like it's obviously based on fact, but is it? Is it? Like, where is it? Just, it's a series, so they're embellishing it to make it want to be watched. Whereas if they stuck to the facts like the documentary type one did, I'd be more interested. It's all very bizarre. I couldn't get behind the series. I watched a couple of them and I'm like, I'm done here. Yeah, I'm just done. I'm over it. The series was a bit bizarre, to say the least. It was bizarre. But I had just come off the back of watching the documentary type one, and I'm like, it's not how they said that happened. Do you know what I mean? Very interesting. It is very, if you're into true crime, like, give it a go. But I know not everyone is. But I did find it fascinating, the complete contrast to how they kind of say things. I always thought that it was two rich kids that were greedy. that were very, very they were greedy, and they wanted their inheritance now, because they were worth millions. They were worth millions. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is incredibly sad. Obviously they committed murder, right? However way you cut it, they did commit a brutal crime, and they deserve to be in jail for that crime. But life without parole, on the backgrounds that they claim to have had, is a little bit harsh, because I don't know. But it was premeditated. So it, you know, it wasn't an instance of they felt threatened and they acted. They talked about it, they put it off, and then in the series, they were like, well, why did you do it on a Sunday? And he said, because the maid had the day off. Like, that could well have happened. I'm not saying it didn't, but I don't know. You have to, like, let me know your thoughts, because I'm kind of torn over it now, to be honest. But that's the compelling part of the case. That's why they're still being talked about all this time later, right? Because it's divisive. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to top up my tea and hopefully get this finished. It shouldn't take me too much longer. Look at that, we've done quite a bit. We've done quite a bit. But I keep talking more than I dime paint, so, you know, I did say about an hour or so. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. Yeah. And I will be back next week with more shenanigans from the Fanatic household. No more new pets though. I have a dog and I have a hamster. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love him though. I love him. And yeah. I will love and leave you here, and I will see you next week. Or on my Monday Night Live, or in some random content that I upload. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Kiss Fairy is nearly done. Okay. Love, hugs and sparkles to you all. Bye.